shall know pain.
This world shall know pain. And two stupid himbos. Rawr!
We have returned.
I'm Omni Himbo. Come from the Himbo lights.
Himbo lights. I'm just a himbo who nope, don't say that. I don't want Dave Chappelle coming after me.
Kid head got some big ass tit head. Anyway. I had sex with Katie too, man. But of course, y'all already know it is him. I am both. Jay Stub the Tiger, Hitman Boogie. Two stupid himbos. Back at it again with another brand new video right here on YouTube. So before we get into things, like, subscribe, click that notification bell. And Jay, please lead the people into the Himbo oath. Thank you.
I will very much. Where is it, Jimmy? All right, here we go.
What is wrong with you?
Hold on. I'm trying to find my inhaler.
Hold on. Jimmy's mouth. A croissant.
A croissant.
Bring it.
Do you solemnly swear to Himbo and nothing but Himbo?
Jay, hold on. Hold on. Jay. Mickey.
Hi, pal. Do you solemnly swear to Himbo and nothing but Himbo? So help you, Himbo?
Huh? A bike, my bitch. Yep. Oh, gosh, Mikey.
Oh, boy. Are you ready to open the mystery muscatool? Because I am.
Get off me, man. Don't make me bust a cap in you, bitch.
Oh, fuck. You want to run the ones?
All right, but no. But we're going to be, of course, we're going to be reacting to another one of Anime America's videos. If you've seen a video previously, they did the top 10 himbos. We reacted to that. Of course, great video. Make sure you follow them. Make sure you check out the original video for yourself. Yeah. So tonight is, of course, an interesting one. Top 10 anime fates worse than death. That's interesting.
That's very interesting.
Because that's a lot. I'm very intrigued to see what happens.
And you probably think to yourself, like, huh? I mean, what beats death?
Being Zarbon, you know. I'm about to blow my loads all over your inside.
What?
No. Hey, yo.
I'm trying to kill you. Oh, I'm trying to fuck you. Oh!
I forgot about that. Forgot about that line. That line is, yeah, why?
Hey, it's Zarbon, bro. It's Zarbon.
Zarbon. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the video. Make sure, once again, like, subscribe, click that notification bell, and make sure you check out the original video, and make sure you subscribe to Anime America. They are hilarious. They got great anime takes. Great person. Check it out. Damn, cool. All right, just want to do that one more time. This is made like 4 months ago.
Hey,
It's made like 4 months ago. It's made like 4 months ago.
She can wait.
Hey.
Made like 4 months
but
ago.
I can't help myself. I'm a proud spoopy girl. Viewer discretion is advised, as we will be addressing some dark topics in this video. But hey, if YouTube really isn't for children, then there shouldn't be a problem, right, Mr. YouTube?
I guess you win this round, Miss Robin. For now.
So there's going to be some sensitive stuff in here, just to
Yeah.
let you know.
So just a warning, there will be some sensitive topics talked about in this. So just a heads up.
Yeah. Just so you know, I am one of those people. I'd be like, lined up, skip. Ah!
Yeah.
I am one of those people.
It's time, once again, to embrace the dark influences summoned for this annual dance. Within these shadows come grueling horrors, of which our simple minds could never comprehend. Fear, terror, pain, and even death. And yet, there are fates that can be so cruel and inhumane that it makes one wonder, yeah, maybe death isn't so bad after all. We all know just how creative our favorite anime can be, but sometimes imaginable horrors as their fate. Today, we're going to explore some of these fates and ask ourselves if death would have been a much more humane approach, especially if it's quick and painless. These characters don't get any sort of mercy with these fates, to the point where they would welcome death if they could. But unlike other lists, I will be handling this a bit differently, since I noticed something in my research, and that is, a lot of these characters suffer similarly to others. So instead of just choosing one show per number, I'm going to describe the fate, while including most anime titles that fit the bill. And I'm sorry if I miss a few, but again, there's a lot of titles to cover. This is going to be a horrifying doozy, but nonetheless, let us begin with this cruel list of fates worse than death.
Okay.
This one may be a bit of a stretch, but hear me out. Society taking control of your life. And by this, I mean no matter what you want to do with your day or with your own life, factors outside of your control pressure you into fitting a certain mold of expectations. The newest example I can bring is Anzu losing control of her life in Romantic Killer. A tiny wizard named Riri comes to Anzu's world to increase the birth rate in her country. So he turns her world into a shoujo-esque love story for her to enjoy and find true love. Anzu naturally wants nothing to do with this, since she only wants her chocolate, video games, and cat to keep her happy. #relate. So Riri does the sensible thing by ripping away everything that makes her happy, leaving her no choice but to go outside and embrace whatever love escapade he has in store for her. The fact
basically
that
go touch grass.
Pretty happy to herself, only for fate to push her away into her worst nightmare is pretty scary, honestly. I mean, she was fine, but now she's being forced into a love story just to pop out some babies. A modern horror story, if I do say so myself. Yeah. But of course, we have another anime sharing this fate to the extreme.
Those are the ones I watch.
It's blue snow.
Yep. That is the one I watch.
Oh, I feel sorry.
Wait.
I just finished watching this one. I just finished watching this one. A world without adult content.
She just said great cock and ball.
And she's a vigilante.
She's wearing drawers on her head.
Sorry for every character in this show. So, for those of you who don't know this classic anime, Shimoneta is based in a world that vows to keep society clean and free from any form of impurity. So basically, no dirty magazines, no boudoirs, no schmecks before marriage, no amount of fan service whatsoever, no porn, and yes, no self-pleasure, if you know what I mean. Oh, God save these souls. Wow.
And the chips and the chips and the bracelets stopped them from doing it. It reports them as they do it.
Your life generally sucks if you're forced to endure a curse, since, you know, they're meant to punish or torture you. For starters, we have the curses in Made in Abyss. For every level of the abyss you travel to, you suffer some sort of a curse. And these curses can start off mildly from dizziness to nausea, but go as far as to permanently deform you and even kill you in the most agonizing way possible. It's as if the abyss is trying to tell everyone to stay out or something. Then we have the Curse of Contradictions from Fairy Tale. Since Zareth gave no regards to the balances of nature while trying to revive his dead brother, he was given the Curse of Contradictions. What it basically means is if he has any sort of feeling towards life, everything around him dies. So the more he disregards every living being around him, the less likely he is to completely kill everything. Not only that, but his beloved Mavis was given the same curse due to her own conceptions over who should live or die. And just when we thought they could find solace in each other's fate, the love Zareth had towards Mavis ended up being her downfall. Now that's just cruel. Perhaps just as cruel as the immortal and reincarnation curse from, you guessed it,
reincarnation
the 7
curse.
deadly sins.
There it is.
In a literal Romeo and Juliet scenario, Melodius and Elizabeth abandoned their gods in order to be together. But when they lost their lives during the Holy War, it is revealed that their own parents gave them a terrible curse. Melodius is doomed to live forever, just to watch his beloved Elizabeth live and die as a human for however long the curse may last. Not only will Elizabeth find Melodius in every life she is born in, but she will also die 3 days after she remembers everything. And all because Mommy and Daddy didn't approve of their relationship.
So fucked up, bro.
Lastly, let's not forget the curse you can endure when you eat one of the famous devil fruits from One Piece. I mean, you do get a new supernatural ability that can be pretty useful, but not only do you lose your ability to swim, in some rare cases, you get another random curse that can range anywhere from tolerable to regretful. Maybe getting supernatural powers wasn't worth it after all. Whoever said you're lucky to be alive never had to deal with what our characters had. Survivor's trauma. You'd think after everything they had endured, they'd be grateful to be alive, and yet, that's not necessarily the case. In Corpse Party, students play an innocent game swearing to strengthen their bond, only to be teleported to a nightmare realm where they face eternalized trauma and horrific ways to die. 3 of the students make it out alive. Sorry, 2.5.
Yeah.
But here's the messed up part. The students who survived not only have to live with the painful memories of watching their classmates die horrific deaths, but they return to a reality that doesn't even remember the other students. Now they just have to suffer with the memories while everyone around them is just wondering what the hell's wrong with them.
Yeah, that part of it is definitely fucked up in so many ways.
Man, I remember when Timmy got killed. Who's Timmy? You mean who's Timmy?
Bitch, I know who Timmy. Yeah, we don't know no goddamn Timmy. Bitch, you know Timmy.
And so I still can't believe your girlfriend died. Girlfriend? Bitch. Ha!
What the fuck are you, man? Tateo? You ain't got a girlfriend? Bitch, what the fuck?
You ain't got a girlfriend all of a sudden, bitch.
Then there's, of course, Danganronpa. Students are trapped in a battle history where they have to figure out who killed the recently deceased students. Surviving this messed up ordeal is one thing, but if you're plagued with despair, you're basically doomed to suffer and spread even more despair, causing worldwide anarchy. Also, I'm obligated to say this on behalf of the Danganronpa franchise. Let's see what we got here. Chisa didn't deserve any of that. I have no idea what that means, but I will soon since I plan on playing the games on Twitch. And last, but certainly, definitely not least, you should know why this is here. Oh my goodness. I mean, Guts literally has to move on after witnessing his former best friend transform into a demon, watch all of his comrades die horrifically, and forced to witness Griffith do non-consensual things to Asuka. And he survives all of this. Makes you wonder if he wish he...
Nope.
Let's move on to a more troubling fate that
Nope.
honestly comes a little too close.
Nope.
We're gonna skip.
Nope.
We're gonna skip that.
Yep, we're
For obvious
Speaking
reasons.
of entitlement, we have human experimentation.
fuck.
This is a fun video, isn't it? It's pretty straightforward stuff we have
put the
here, since
chimera.
honestly,
I
it involves
swear
an
to
absolute madman choosing a target to do
You know it's on
unspeakable
here.
things to
It
them.
better be like it's
Remember the
on here,
curses
bro.
from Made
You know
in
it's on
Abyss?
here.
Yeah, well, scientists were able to figure out all of them by throwing orphans down those layers just to see what would happen. You know, for science. Then there's poor little Aerie from My Hero Academia. Being used by evil
poor
researchers
Aerie.
for her quirk, she basically has a power that can revert anyone back to a previous state, like before an injury occurs or even making someone younger. But her captors believe she has the ability to suppress a person's quirk. So, she's being experimented on to see if they can make a drug to erase their target's power. My guy, she's just a little kid. Speaking of which, there's good old Medusa from Soul Eater experimenting on her own child to see if she can fuse a moisture and a weapon together, ultimately making an extremely powerful weapon for her to use. Seriously, Medusa, have you no heart? This is your own child. You're experimenting. Oh, I spoke too soon. Yeah, we don't have to talk about this one. We all know what happened here. This is basic 101 stuff. So, again, we're moving on. Bye.
I love how she was like, "Look, we talked about enough.
We talked about enough.
We talked about enough. Moving on."
What's more horrific than experimentation? Try being turned into a monster. Whether it's through experimentation or magic, feeling yourself lose your own humanity as you transform into a grotesque monster is unthinkable. In Jujutsu Kaisen, Mahito has the ability to transform a target's soul into whatever he wants. But by doing so, he transforms them into distorted creatures. Then there's the poor victims of spontaneous human combustion from Fire Force. In some cases, the victims who suddenly perish in spontaneous human combustion transform into infernals, demonic creatures constantly in pain because, well, they're on fire.
But here's the
That's probably
crazy
not helping
thing
them
about
at
it.
all. In Blood Plus, if you're injected
Unless
with
you're a
Diva's
certain
Queen
type of
vampire
person,
blood, well,
you don't get abilities. You just burn.
Yeah. And it's actually kind of funny, like that. It's canon that Soul Eater and Fire Force are in the same universe.
Yep, in the same universe.
So it's kind of catchy because it actually kind of makes sense.
And I think it's the same moon.
Yeah, it is. Same sun and
sucks
moon.
to you because now you've been transformed into a I can totally read this word. Chiropteran. I'm so good at this, but either way, have fun with that. But of course, I know you won't have any fun turning into a witch soon after becoming a magical girl. If you make a deal with this infamous rodent, not only will your wish come true, but you will turn into a magical girl that gets to fight witches. Little knowing that you will become a witch if your soul gets too corrupted. It's a messed up circle of life, but for witches. And finally, I do believe I have saved the worst one in this scenario, and that is, if your close loved one desires to see you come back to life through a deal with the Earl of Millennium, you will come back, but then you'll be forced to kill your loved one, transform into an Akuma, and hide inside the body of your deceased loved one. Well, that's just disgusting.
Yeah, it's anime.
Imagine, if you will, you're dead. Good for you. You think it's finally over.
Not
and your soul
Sebastian.
can rest in peace. But then life just takes an interesting turn by pulling you aside and saying, it ain't over yet. Working in the afterlife. First off, the Grim Reapers
Yusuke!
and Butler. We all thought they were just very organized sentients. To some extent. Who were just created to reap souls. But no. It was confirmed that every Reaper in this story were all humans who, in their lifetime, ended their own lives.
Yeah,
If you know what I mean.
Yep.
So instead of resting in the afterlife, they're sent to work in the afterlife, reaping souls for an unforeseen amount of time. Then there's the most famous example, Enma's fate from Hellgirl. I was set up to be a sacrifice for her village, but her family did their best to hide her away, making sure she doesn't die. Yeah, that didn't really work out well since the villagers found her and decided to punish her by killing her parents and burying her alive alongside the corpses of her parents. Charming. Fueled with pure vengeance, she digs herself up to freedom and burns the entire village down to the ground, killing mostly everyone who wronged her. The Master of Hell didn't like this one bit, so he decides to arrange a pact with In exchange for her eternal servitude, he'll make sure her parents don't suffer in hell. Well, ain't that a nice deal? Now she must ferry damned souls straight to hell, while also making her own pact to those who seek vengeance. Not sure if the punishment fits the crime, but it is what it is for her.
Okay, I gotta check that out.
Our most recent example is just well,
there it is.
You should know why she's here. Ymir Fritz from Attack on Titan.
Yes.
I've never really watched all of Attack on Titan, but even I know her life was horrendously cruel. It wasn't bad enough her entire village was taken over and enslaved. It wasn't bad enough that she was punished for letting some pigs out by running for her life as her captors chase her down with dogs and weapons. It wasn't bad enough that she suddenly became the very first Titan ever created, only to become her captor's wife as some kind of messed up reward for her loyalty. It wasn't bad enough that she chose to die soon after saving her captor's life just because he told her to get up like it's no big deal and she's just done with his shit by now. It wasn't bad enough that he forced her own daughters to devour her corpse just to preserve her powers. No, she is still forced to mold new Titans in the afterlife, thinking she will never, ever be free from her captor's control. And no one even blamed her for going off with Eren in that finale. Almost like we're all saying, you know what? Let her cook. Seriously.
Let her cook.
She's earned this.
Let her cook. Let her cook.
Rumbling, boy. The rumbling.
You ever get deja vu? You know where we're going with this, don't you?
Oh, not Groundhog Day.
Time loop.
Oh my god.
Where you are forced to relive certain events over and over and over and over and over and over, and you get the joke by now. Whilst
I'm sorry. Listen, Linda. That is one of the most overused tropes.
But it's so good.
It is. It's so good. It's great. It's awesome, even. But damn, it's annoying sometimes.
Yeah, but it's only good if you know how to use it correctly. Because listen, Loop, the game, the Loop game, Death Loop. Oh my gosh! I was like, oh, whoa! I didn't expect that.
Steins Gate is mostly about Okabe's use of time travel. He finds himself in a never-ending spiral, trying everything he can to save his friend Mike.
No. Was that a banana? Was that a pair of bananas inside a microwave?
It's mostly about Okabe's use of time travel.
Why the bananas in the microwave?
Why bananas in the microwave?
Matter of fact, because you put these bananas in the microwave, you deserve what you got.
He finds himself in a never-ending spiral, trying everything he can to save his friend Mayuri from getting killed. But no matter what he does, her sad fate is sealed when he is forced to witness her die in multiple ways. But if you thought that was bad, try Magicano. It starts off as a cutesy, rather cliche harem with a bunch of girls interested in one guy. But when Haruo's demonic ability awakens, our girls are forced to revert time in order to have another chance to save the world and Haruo. Thing is, though, this has been happening repeatedly, since our heroes can't even remember anything that happened previously. So, they're just stuck in a never-ending time loop for who knows how long. Lest we forget one of the most infamous time loops, Higurashi. As if we could forget this one. Innocent villagers are plagued with a curse that leads to multiple homicides, but they have to repeat the same day with a new victim suffering the same curse and going on even more killing sprees. These poor kids are just doomed to die in multiple horrific ways because of this supernatural time loop.
Oh, I
Speaking
remember
of
this.
which,
Yeah.
everyone says that if they're going to die, they'd want to go quietly and in no pain. These poor souls wish they could die in other ways than this. Long, torturous, and repetitive deaths. For one
Ooh.
reason or another, these characters are placed in
Yeah.
horrific torture and are powerless to free themselves.
Oh, yes.
If I need to demonstrate with a
Oh.
straightforward example, here's this scene from Misfit and the Demon King Academy.
Oops, and
Yep.
I held back.
And I held
Two.
back.
And go.
And I held back too. And then brought him back.
And brought him back.
And I just. Bingo. I'm of royal birth!
Any questions?
Yeah.
Let's not forget these other extended deaths, like when our overlord mastermind Einzel Golem
Overlord,
subjects his
yes.
prisoners to whatever the hell Neuronus has up their sleeves. Hello,
Crazy, bro.
this follower will tie up her targets to a dungeon wall and proceed to extract whatever information she needs by any means necessary. Her favorite food is brains, by the way. Good for you, girlfriend. Wasn't sure whether to put this into a different category or not, but here we have Hedon from
Hedan.
Naruto. The man
Yeah.
can survive practically anything,
Yeah.
but here he is, getting sliced up into different pieces, dropped
Exploded.
into
Yeah.
and buried alive. He's kind of immortal, but he's eventually gonna starve out, so this is it's gonna take a while for him. Let's not forget
To this day, he's still buried.
and Bleach,
Oh,
where Yuri
God.
gave him a drug so
Yep.
messed up that a sword piercing his heart felt like an experience that lasted for centuries. Everyone outside just sees him die instantly, but poor Chesloporo suffered in agony, thinking he's been waiting centuries for the blade to finally pierce his heart. That's just sadistic. But now let's go back to the repetitive deaths, where we have good old Subaru from ReZero. For some reason,
Oh.
Subaru is not only isekai'd into a new world, but the poor guy can die in multiple ways, only to come back to life like he went back to a video game save state or something. He's been stabbed a lot, frozen, beaten to death, and eaten alive by cute
By
little
rock
bunny-like
bunnies, yep.
creatures.
Mm-hmm.
This one gets me every time. Just
Bunny corn.
damn. It is the rabbit. But of course, I saved this next one for last. Since it
Holy
only got
crap.
the most votes from all of you, but it's
That
pretty
was funny.
iconic on its own. Diavolo's
Not the Holy
infinite
Grail.
death loop from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yes.
An insanely cruel fate where
Oh
Diavolo
my
is
God.
forevermore trapped in an endless cycle of multiple deaths. I mean, that's what you
Listen.
get for trying to mess with La Familia.
Yeah. Honorable mention. Ooh.
Cowboy Bebop. Yep. Watch your lover die. Bruh. No.
Why you do that? Why you do that? Why you baby?
Bro.
Oh, listen. That was a good one, too.
That one, yeah, that was a good one.
Oh! 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 Oh!
Fighting for my life over it. That one hit. That one hit different. I ain't gonna lie. The last one hit different. I ain't
It
gonna
did.
lie. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my gosh. Curse of the Zodiacs.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You remind me of a girl that I
Once knew.
Once again, shout out to Ross. Bro.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
This one right here.
Ooh. Ooh.
This one right here is not talked about enough.
It's not.
And
Psycho
I don't
Mode.
know why.
I've seen so many memes for that anime, and I cannot stop.
I ain't gonna lie.
Shout out to Afro Cocoa Puff, who be memeing the mess out of this anime.
That was funny. I ain't gonna lie. That was funny. It's funny.
Hey yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Banned to the Shadow Realm.
Shadow Realm. Listen, can we talk about it real quick? Can we talk about it?
Go ahead, my boy.
Because a whole few generations, not today's generation, they don't know nothing about the Shadow Realms, but the generations before this generation, when you were into Yu-Gi-Oh, bro, and somebody was like, I'm gonna send you to the Shadow Realm, it was time to fight.
Them fighting words, bro. I'm not finna go, bro. You come on, G. Come on.
Send me to Shadow Realm.
Come on, bro.
Yeah,
Come on, bro. We gotta go. We gotta. Mickey. No.
We're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Why you keep sending your stuff to the graveyard? Oh, don't worry. Monster Reborn. Exodia, bitch.
Naturally, the one fate that obviously tops this list is without a doubt eternity. But why stop there? Because in some cases, living eternally can have some benefits depending on the person. Sure, you may see your family or friends die, but you can still witness the world around you changing in many ways. But we're not talking about eternal life with freedom. No. We are, of course, talking about eternal suffering. Anime seems to like this sort of face. Let's just break it down, shall we? There's a lot right here. Sailor Moon. First off, we have Queen Pearl imprisoning Jedi to an eternal sleep, and we also have Mehmet trapped in a virtual prison when Tululu pulls her plug. This is why the classic villains never win. Death Parade. When you die, your soul transfers to a lounge where an arbiter has to judge you. If you're good, you can go straight on to reincarnation. If you're not, you're sentenced to eternal sleep in the void. Good old, quiet, empty void. Akano! Some characters are granted immortality, which seems all fine and dandy, but if you're encased in cement and dropped to the bottom of the city's harbor system, you're gonna regret being immortal is all I'm saying. Vampire Princess Miyu. I get that this episode is supposed to teach a lesson about inner beauty, but turning innocent women into permanent mannequins and then just leave them behind to collect dust in an abandoned subway station? I mean, I still get chills every time I watch this scene.
Kind of fucked up.
It is.
Very fucked up.
Anyways, Lost Song. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned is an understatement. Pushed to her limit, Finis curses the world by singing the Mortality Song, which not only brings her world into complete annihilation, but it also makes her immortal. Now she gets to wander the world completely turned into ash for all of eternity. No one can blame her, honestly, I'm just saying. The Ancient Magus Bride. This is technically a curse placed on Cardophilius by,
Hello, my son.
Oh, Jesus, it's the real Jesus.
I still think this is freaking funny. And now it's a painful fate both he and Joseph have to share. He's an immortal being, but he's also eternally rotting and feeling nothing but pain and agony for eternity. It's no wonder he goes crazy. Can you blame the guy? Even the classics use this cruel fate with ninja scrolls. Immortal shinobi probably regrets being immortal as he's not only encased.
Bro, listen. I gotta listen to him and I gotta talk about it for a second. Because there will be a Two Stupid Himbos episode about Ninja Scroll. It's coming. Right. Yeah, man. This just brought back so many memories. like
just
in solid gold, but ends up at the bottom of the ocean soon after the ship he was on begins to sink.
Yep.
Now he's just sitting at the bottom of the ocean for all of eternity. Sucks to
in
be
gold.
him. And I can go on and on and on with this topic since, like I said, this one seems to be a very popular fate worse than death that anime loves to use. Let's end things right here with probably the most
Yu Yu Hakusho. Let's go.
everyone will wish they will never have to endure. The Sinning Tree from Yu Yu Hakusho.
The Sinning
The only
Tree.
way our heroes
my
could survive
God.
the encounter with Elder Toguro while also giving him a punishment fitting this twisted villain, Kurama unleashes the Sinning Tree,
The Sinner
a
Tree.
sadistic
Oh
life form
my
that will
gosh.
not only put Elder Toguro in a permanent nightmare, but also imprison him for all of eternity in never-ending pain. Let's just all be grateful we'll never have to share this fate.
Listen, when he did that, bruh, the whole crew was like, you know what? I'm kind of glad he's on our side.
Yeah, motherfuckers was like, damn, you're. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That nigga cool. He on our side. He-
Oh, he on our side.
don't piss him off.
He just wanted to take care of his mom.
You scared?
That's it.
Come here.
That's
Come
all
here.
he wants to do. He wants to make sure his mom's
Don't piss
okay.
him
That's
off.
it.
Cool bar. Come here.
Come here.
Don't piss him off.
Well,
Short
you just let
stack.
it go.
Look at me.
He ain't. No.
Like,
no.
okay, you know what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna put a poll up on Instagram. Who's got Swordman syndrome worse? Hiei or Vegeta?
Damn.
Who's got it worse?
Or as the world would say, Short King.
Who's got the Short King syndrome worse?
Who got the Short King syndrome?
Cause my money, low key, even though like Vegeta is the prince of Short Kings, Hiei is like the crash out, is like the super
Crash Out King. He is. Like, cause like I know a lot of people are gonna probably say Vegeta easily, but like Vegeta has already shown he has other emotions. Like for those who are watching the new series that's out there, if you have already seen Dragon Ball Dynamo, I mean it's pretty not a spoiler because it's like it got memed all over the place. But this man was threatened of no more bath times.
No, you don't stop. I won't get in the bath with you anymore.
You're in.
That motherfucker said, "Hey, go ahead, go ahead."
I was like, am I Vegeta? This is books.
Yes, you're Vegeta.
Wow.
We've been over this already, Jay. We've been over this. You're Vegeta. That makes me Future Trunks. Like, come on. Come on. All right.
Yeah. Angel is bra. It's the fact that that man stopped everything.
Trunks.
Yep. It's the fact this man stopped everything. He said, "What? No bath? Nah."
Hey, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Tag you in.
You the strongest in the universe. Go ahead.
You the strongest in the universe.
Don't tell him I said it.
No, right.
Oh my god, you know what that reminds me of?
What?
I'm going to Freezer Planet 419. No one ever goes to Freezer Planet 419. I can see the future. Real boo's a child. Gohan is the strongest in the universe, but still doesn't do crap. That always makes me laugh. Even though, like, did they predict? Wait, they predicted the fucking future. Because technically, right now, Gohan is kind of the strongest.
The Gohan is technically the strongest right now.
It still doesn't do crap. Oh God! You know what?
This makes it worse because the music. All I hear, it makes it worse.
No, listen. There needs to be a 3 blurred ninjas conversation that needs to be had. Who has more plot armor, Goku or Batman?
Damn.
And I'm gonna be real, I'm going with the bat because this nigga fell from a goddamn satellite in space, bounced off the ground and got up and walked off like nothing happened.
Lost his cape midway too.
Lost his fucking cape. Matter of fact, how the fuck are you not burnt the fuck up into a... You know what? We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. We're gonna say that for another day. We love y'all. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, click that notification bell for all, so you can get all things Two Stupid Himbos, all things 3 Blurred Ninjas, 3 Blurred Network. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you check out everything we got on the channel. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot of content coming your way. So next time, just, yeah. I'm out.
And